Hi friends, I'm excited about our Bible study for today. We're going to be looking at when Jesus cleansed the temple. The key thing that he was trying to teach was that he is very zealous for perfecting the union between us and him. I'm also going to share an object lesson about how moose help illustrate this key point. I'm going to share some video footage I got of some moose on the hike up here today as well. This YouTube channel is focused on exploring the fellowship God wants to have with us. Right now we're studying through the book of John, an amazing book. And we're looking at all the wonderful evidences that illustrate what it means to have life in Jesus' name, to really encounter God through the fellowship that he wants us to have with him. I encourage you to come along with us for this study. Just hit the subscribe button and the bell icon below, and every time a new study comes out, every Wednesday, you'll get a notification. Our study today is found in John 2, verses 13 through 22. Jesus went into the temple, and he saw the money changers and those selling sacrifices, and he made a whip, and he drove them out of the temple, saying to them, "Take these things away. Stop making my Father's house a place of business." Jesus was very aggressive in how he handled that situation. Moose remind me of that aggressiveness. I'm in moose country right now. This is in the Indian Peaks Wilderness in Colorado, the Rocky Mountains. All behind me are moose trails crisscrossing this valley. There's moose droppings, signs of moose rubbing on trees. This is mid-September, and it's the beginning of the autumn rut. The bull moose become super aggressive this time of year. You have to be very careful around them because they don't want anything threatening their cows. The cows can range anywhere from 600 to 900 pounds. The bull moose, though, the largest of those can get up to 1,600 pounds. They're a beast. If you get too close, they will start grunting. They'll raise the hair on the back of their neck. Sometimes they'll even bluff charge. Here's the moose that I encountered on the hike in today. Take a look. Just after videoing this cow moose, I saw a bull moose. So I stepped out of the edge of the woods to get a clear shot, and then this cow moose came up beside the bull moose. I filled the frame with both of them. It was a beautiful shot. They stayed there for a moment, then eventually trotted off. I was excited about the video footage, but then I realized that in my adrenaline, I had failed to press the record button on the camera. Well, the moose that I saw were not super aggressive, but Jesus is aggressive when it comes to his Father's house. There are 3 points that I'd like to share unpacking this living parable. The first is this: the temple is not a place for worldly interests. It's not a place for secular business. It is a place for prayer. Our second point is that Jesus' body is the temple for the Father. The earthly sanctuary was just a prototype. It was a symbol of what was to come. And that's the way Jesus treated it as well. Interestingly, the story doesn't stop with Jesus just cleansing the temple. For the people came to him later and demanded a sign as to his authority to do these things. And Jesus replied, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." The people laughed at him. They said, "It took 46 years to build this temple, and are you going to raise it up in 3 days?" But John points out, he was speaking of the temple of his body. Jesus is his Father's house. A house is where you dwell. Some years ago, we moved from Tennessee to California. In Tennessee, we owned our home, but in California, we rented a home. Now in California, we invited people over to our house, and never once did any of those people show up mistakenly at our place in Tennessee. They understood that when we invited them over to our house, we were talking about the place where we dwell. And so it is with Jesus. Jesus is the place where his Father dwells. Therefore, he is his Father's house. In our last study, we talked about when Jesus turned the water to wine and how this was a symbol of him shedding his blood and then giving it to us to drink. When we drink in his blood, he gives us his life. If Jesus' blood is in us, if he, through his Spirit, is flowing through our veins, then we are part of his body. We are part of the temple for the Father. This brings us to our third point. Jesus is consumed with zeal for perfecting our union with him. He is consumed with zeal for his Father's house, which is the temple of his body. He wants to remove from us anything that hinders that communion with him. It could be worldly interests, secular business. It could be sports. It could be relationships, the desire for power or fame. It could be many different things. Jesus wants us to set our minds on things above. What is your heart set on? What do you think about first thing when you wake up in the morning? What do you daydream about? What do you think about while you're falling asleep at night? What is your heart set on? Jesus wants your heart to be set on fellowship with the Father and with Jesus. And he will do everything in his power to perfect that union with you. He doesn't wait for believers to ask him for help. He is ultra aggressive. He is very proactive. He steps in and he cleanses our hearts as long as we've given him permission, as long as we have surrendered to him and told him, Lord, 100%, whatever you want, that's what I want. Your will be done in my life. If we surrender to him like that and we rely upon him, then he steps in and he works in a super aggressive manner to chase out from our hearts those things that hinder communion. He's like a moose, an aggressive moose, but just far more so. Certainly more aggressive than the moose that I saw today. And I'm thankful that he is. I am so grateful that he is aggressive like that in cleansing our hearts. This is what the new covenant is all about. It says in Jeremiah 31, verse 33, "This is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my law within them, and on their heart I will write it, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people." God takes responsibility for cleansing our hearts and creating within us the kind of character that he wants. Ezekiel 36, 26, and 27 says a similar thing. "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. And I will remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you will be careful to observe my ordinances." Jesus is the one who is perfecting us. This is very comforting to me because I can rest in the knowledge that I'm not alone in trying to pursue God. But he comes with all of his power and might and perfects the union that he wants us to have with him. So in summary, the temple is not a place for worldly business, for secular interests. Yes, there are some worldly things we have to attend to, but we should do it in a disinterested manner, not setting our heart upon it. We also looked at how Jesus' body is the temple for the Father, and we as members of Christ are also a temple for the Father. And then we looked at how Jesus is consumed with zeal for his Father's house. He is the one that takes the driver's seat when it comes to perfecting our hearts. We just surrender, and then he is proactive, and he does the work of perfecting that union with him. Jesus' body is dirty. Otherwise, he wouldn't have to clean it. He accepts sinners into union with him, even while they're still sinners. And then he works in them to perfect them and to make them what he wants them to be. Don't wait until you feel like you're ready in order to come to him. Come just as you are, all laden down with sins. He'll receive you. He'll take you. He'll make you a part of his body. Just surrender to him and rely upon him. And then he'll get to work in a super aggressive manner to cleanse you little by little, step by step, until the temple of his body is a place for communion with the Father. Jesus takes the initiative to do this. I encourage you, come as you are, and then rest in his care.